with that, can you talk a little bit more about the higher level of toxins that we are being exposed to that is creating this increased need for detoxification? It's not a trendy thing now. It's a mandate. It's not just something that you're going to do on January 1st to lose a few pounds. It's to actually increase your quality of life, get rid of your chronic disease, get rid of the lethargy, the brain fog, the insomnia, all of the other factors that are inhibiting the lower quality of life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's our environment, because I have people who, they're eating fairly healthy in their terms, and let's put it this way, there's some processed foods in the diet, but it's minimal, and they're exercising, but like you said, they live in an area that is high toxic load in the air. In particular, where I practice, Tacoma, we have planes in the air all the time above us going back and forth. We have, military base, things of that nature. And so when someone's doing the best they can, sometimes I will even see this happen, and we see it in labs all the time. The triglyceride levels are going up. I'm seeing liver enzymes going up, things of that nature, and folks that wouldn't make sense for them unless we had them on a continuous detox kind of protocol where they're really just enhancing their body's natural mechanisms of detox. So instead of like you said, after January 1st detox, it is a daily thing you're supporting day in, day out.
Yeah. So the signs that you are seeing in someone, or what
Mhm.
signs should people look for that they need a detox?
Yeah. So a couple different signs. You can see them in labs, and I'm going to speak to the folks that are traditionally healthy, eating as best as they can. And maybe they go out to eat a little bit. Maybe they have like a chips or crackers that they really like. They may be, in the organic or natural, section of, say, Whole Foods or Erewhon or one of these places. And we're thinking that, oh, they must be pretty good because they're coming from these places. Well, here's the thing. What I'm seeing is skin stuff. So a lot of people having rashes, a lot of people having unexplained bumps, lumps, even the acceleration of cherryangiomas, which are the little red spots you get on your skin. I'm seeing a lot more liver spots, as we used to call them, but now those are actinic keratosis. I'm seeing these things showing up on the skin. I'm seeing more histamine reactions. I'm
Mhm.
seeing more insomnia, and insomnia that pairs with itching, waking up in the middle of the night and you're itching, you think, oh, I just have dry skin. Well, I think this is the body trying to get these things out. Now, in terms of, bladder stuff, hypersensitive bladders we've got going on, which also could be another sign that we might not necessarily think about. Constipation, if you don't go regularly, obviously that is a clear sign that we need some help, especially with the liver and gallbladder. And, I could go on and on: migraines, headaches, low level blah, brain fog, etc. Um, but some of the stuff I'm seeing on labs, and it's your conventional doc might not be clued into this. So these are things where those of you who have just had, say, a metabolic panel, this is something that shows your kidney and liver function. I am seeing in young folks that eat fairly healthy, but do kind of go out a little bit to eat here and there, and sometimes rely on a little bit more of chips or crackers or, organic healthy snacks. Let's just put it that way. Air quotes, totally. Um, those kind of things are starting to build up, and I'm seeing it in terms of kidney filtration rates. So EGFR on your labs, this is your filtration rate. I'm seeing filtration rates going down. Now, folks could argue, oh, this is an energetic, we're in a fear state right now with everything. Yes, there is energetics involved, but I'm seeing it in folks who are 20, 25, 30, kidney function declining. This should not be happening at all. Now, not only that, I'm seeing liver function declining. So seeing things like alkaline phosphatase going up, which is an enzyme, AST, ALT, which are your liver enzymes, going up. I'm seeing triglycerides go up, but not A1C, which is your hemoglobin. A1C, folks, that is, you'll see it's called hemoglobin A1C. It's blood sugar over time and how sticky, I call it how sticky your blood is technically, because hemoglobin sticks to things. And if we have glucoses sticking to your hemoglobins, we've got sticky blood. So the more sticky your blood is, the more chances are you are in need of a detox. And when I take people off of seed oils, when I have people stopping eating out and eating at home, or eating as clean as possible, no oils added to any of their foods when they go out, which at this point it's like just eat at home, right? Um, but but when I see folks change things up in that department, I see the kidney filtration goes up, I see the liver calms down. And so I can't help but think that, yeah, we've got some food issues happening, but also in terms of the environment, when I have people optimizing how they can get their liver functioning better, how they can work with the lymphatic system, lymphatic drainage, castor oil packs, even using devices to help with lymphatic drainage, I see these levels change. And so for some people, it's just the food. Other people, we have to go a little deeper. Red light saunas, so not red light saunas, but infrared saunas, those can be quite impressive as well. So that's kind of some of the things that I've seen. And, I'm sure you are too.
Yeah, and we've been seeing people that are on just strict carnivore and not changed anything, super regimen with their diet, their exercise, their protocols. Sarah, out of the blue, my triglycerides and my liver enzymes are up. It doesn't make sense. And what I attribute it to are the three hidden factors: the toxins, the radiation, and the spike protein. And so we've got the heavy metals, the lead, mercury, and aluminum. And you mentioned the airplanes over your head. Well, I'm in Newport Beach and I've got the airplanes coming over my head. I've actually been living under the flight path as a child. Went away for college for 4 years, but came back, and I'm not in my childhood home, but I decided to live right underneath the same flight path, just a few miles away. So I've been living under that. I was loaded with lead, mercury, and aluminum when I had hit my rock bottom. I constantly am detoxing on a daily basis, gently through my protocols and through iodine's a big part of that. But those heavy metals are finding our ways in our bodies through the water, the air, and the food. They can cause neurological effects, gastrointestinal issues, cardiovascular effects, kidney damage, liver damage, respiratory issues, bone health issues, infertility, immune issues, cancer, and chronic health, of course. And then radiation, as we mentioned, this from the non-ionizing and ionizing radiation. So smartphones, the being in the jet stream, if you're flying, your x-rays, going to the dentist, all of that technology has exponentially increased over the last 3 years. And then to worsen the situation, guys, this is news. Fukushima, the nuclear power plant, began releasing treated radioactive water into the Pacific Ocean last Thursday. Okay? This is new. So that is what they're telling us. They were already probably doing something, right? So if it's even out there, and this is happening in Japan, China has already said they're freaking out. China doesn't want to eat Japan's seafood and anything from their waters. If China's saying that, guys, we better start listening, right? So this exponential increase in radiation is really a huge threat, and that water is going to be coming to us. Now, we'll touch on iodine for a second real quick. Most iodine supplements are coming from the Asias. So here you are taking a supplement that is known to put out the halogens and the radiation, right? But you're taking a supplement that's full of radioactivity and toxins. So you're feeding your body, all 100 trillion cells that need iodine to kick out radiation. You're feeding a radioactive iodine source from Japan or from the Asias. So you got to know where your iodine's coming from. You got to know where your kelp is coming from, your seaweed, where's your seafood coming from. All of these sources are iodine rich and full of nutrients. They're all ketogenic, they're all paleo, they're all healthy, but where is your sourcing coming from? So That is something really important to think about. And then the dietary toxins, the toxins in our food supply and our water have increased exponentially. Not only the GMOs and the glyphosate coming from our crops, but there are dioxins, highly toxic compounds produced by industrial processes. They're found in the conventionally raised animals. Okay, so beef and chicken, ketogenic, low carb, super healthy, right? Good protein sources. Well, these dioxins are stored in the fat tissues and accumulate in the food chain. And furthermore, the halogens, which include fluoride, bromide, and chlorine, are in the water and food supply. They're in our toothpaste, mouthwashes, right? And they're clogging the iodine receptor sites in the body in all 1 trillion cells in the body. So 96% of the United States is iodine deficient. So then what happens is that you've got all of these cells that are open, not filled with iodine. And then the halogens just go fit into these iodine receptor sites nice and neatly. And then that's where the disease happens. That's where, you get the cancers and the chronic issues, the suppressed immune system, gut issues, and so much more. Then we add in the processed foods, and most of your people, Janine and mine, are off the processed foods, but it's easy to have a cheat day and eat them. And what people don't know is that just that one meal of a cheat day kills the gut and the nutrient absorptions and can cause leaky gut, so that when you get back on your clean diet, the nutrients aren't absorbed and it trips it up. And those seed oils that you were talking about, by just going out to dinner once a week and having the organic salad with the balsamic vinaigrette made with olive oil cut with canola oil, and you don't know it, that's causing inflammation through all the cells, and that inflammation lasts for over a year. Now, if you eat sugar that is cane sugar, organic cane sugar, or from fruit or whatever, that sugar's in and out of your body within a day. The sugars from the processed foods or the seed oils last in your body for over a year and cause that that toxicity. So all of these things are compounding, and I feel like it's like, okay, so what's the tipping point? We're getting to the tipping point, and the liver and the kidneys and all the detox organs are saying, I've had enough. I can't do it anymore. And that's why it's so imperative to be detoxing on a daily basis.